The counterattack has begun. AI generators have decided to fight back against artists. They're fixing our art with their generators. How could they? How could they do this? How could they do this? Wait. This is not the first time that this has happened. This is not the first time. It's called a counterattack because we attacked them first. Well, I guess technically they attacked us first. I mean, it really all depends on how you look at it. What I'm trying to say is this. AI needs images in order to create images. Artists combat AI by redrawing AI images. Geners now take images and feed them to their AI. AI needs images in order to create images. So who's winning? In 2012, Nike works with Milford Creative Studios in order to create an animated short film to advertise the World Cup. The antagonist of the film introduces clones of famous football players. They are programmed to play football perfectly, without taking any risks and guaranteeing results. In other words, these clones will win games every single time without fail. Why would they do that? Because it's what the people want. However, as time goes on and the players are replaced by these clones, people stop watching the games. Football fans are no longer interested in watching their favorite beloved teams play football. Athletes have to quit because they cannot keep up with these clones that play perfectly. Eventually, the clone troopers start their attack on other sports, like basketball, where Bronny is being replaced by a clone he's being replaced. After some time passes, the footballers decide they've had enough. They rally their spirits and they risk it all by challenging the clones to one last match of football. The players realize that they're not going to win a game of skill, but they have a chance when it comes to style. By making plays that don't make any sense, they start gaining some leeway on the opposing team. Suddenly, 1 billion clones are on these guys. But it doesn't matter because these football players' jukes confuse their brain chemistry. What a wonderful play! They part the sea like Moses, giving the ball to Ronaldo, who doesn't take the shot. He doesn't take the shot. What is he doing? It's too easy, he says. It's too easy. He risks this entire game and lets the clones get back up so he can go through them. He juggles, jukes, and then jumps, but he still doesn't score. At the last second, he turns around and demonstrates some phenomenal ball control, and then he just taps it. It's just a goal. Like, it's no big deal. He won the game. They win. The players win the game. He puts those clone mouth breathers in their place because we don't want profit margins. We want good, fun games. A Kino. Absolute Kino. Peak. Oh my gosh, I forgot how good this was. I forgot how good this was. This is amazing. 5-year-old me was watching this back in the day, and he didn't even know how significant and relevant this would be in 2025 when he was an adult.
Computer, generate 80-foot tall version of Daisy Ridley circa 2019 with a full bladder. Generate lawn chair and a set of goggles. Increase my olfactory sense.
Let me break it down for you. AI image generators are useful in the same way that the clones are useful, in that they guarantee results. Unfortunately, these results are described as boring, soulless, freakish, or whatever. In the short, the clones don't take risks or play like they're playing a game. They simply play like it's a job. In art, AI isn't creating it because it loves creating, it's generating images because that's its job. That's what it does. For companies who are trying to save money and turn a profit, that's perfect. For clients who want to commission art but they don't want to talk to artists, it seems to be a great alternative. But for creatives, they tend to side with Hayao Miyazaki when he said,
毎朝この頃会わないけど身体障害の友人がいるんですよ。そのハイタッチするんだけども大変なんです。彼の筋肉がこわばってる手と僕の手でこうハイタッチする。でその彼のことを思い出してね、僕はこれ面白いと思って見ることできないんですよ。これを作る人たちは痛みとかそういうものについてね、何も考えないでやってるでしょ。極めて不愉快ですよね。そんなに気持ち悪いものをやりたいなら勝手にやってればいいだけで、僕はこれを自分たちの仕事をつなげたいとは全然思いません。極めて何か。
Geners don't use these AI softwares because they love creating. Geners use AI because they want to streamline their consumption of pretty images. They can totally avoid the awkward discussions with artists that they have commissioned by using an AI model trained on the same artist's work instead of commissioning that artist. So basically, they want to be able to triple tray flip without having fallen down a whole 100 times and scraping their hands. Is that so wrong? Like, what's wrong with that? Like, it's easier, and it's free, and it's faster. You know, that's the only thing that matters, is that it's all these three things. I'm a beginner skateboarder, so I might as well be a poser. I have about 3 months of experience trying to make this board do cool stuff. The feeling that I get when I land a trick as simple as the pop shove it, it's like nothing else. In that nanosecond, I'm like the best skater in the entire world. But my next 50 attempts are complete failures. I bash my shin-ins, I fall on the ground, I get all scraped up and whatever. And I get back up, and I try again, and I keep going until I land a trick, and then another trick. And then maybe I get bored of these tricks, so I move on to a new one that's even harder and more pretty. It will probably take another 3 months just to get this one trick. But it doesn't matter to me. The time's gonna pass anyway. I might as well do it doing something that makes me feel amazing. If I keep at this for a whole year, practicing a little bit every so often, but consistently, I'm gonna have so many tricks, and I'm gonna have so much experience. I'm gonna be great at this. And then another year will go by, and another year, and these little pieces of effort that I've done, they're gonna add up, and I'm gonna be awesome. That doesn't matter to the people outside of my brain. It matters to the people inside my brain, namely me. I go about my day. It's I got highs, I got lows, it's good or it's bad, but at the end of the day, I can still do a pop shove it. I worked hard for this skill, and now I can do it, and that keeps me happy. This emotional reason and this feeling of accomplishment is not gonna be had by those who create AI art as a hobby. There's no love, there's no care, there's no learning, there's nothing really. It's just words and then an image. It's going to be a meaningless hobby that probably will only persist out of spite for artists who make fun of them for generating images. That's all I can speak to. I know this from experience. I generated images in the past. Wait, don't click off. Wait, don't click off. It's not as bad as it sounds. Wait. Back when I was 17, I decided to try out one of these apps on my iPad that said that it could generate AI images and like pretty painting pictures. I knocked a couple out, I gotta admit. They all did look kind of cool because of how surreal it was. At the time, it was not like super accurate. It was just kind of, you know, art from hell, but it would look cool. It looked really cool. I made a good handful, and then I realized how bored I was because like I wasn't doing anything except for just picking a prompt and a style and waiting for the image to load, and that was not thrilling at all. I now know firsthand the big old nothing burger that I am fed when I make AI art. It doesn't improve me at all. Like I see a cool visual, sure. That's about it, man. It's nothing else other than it looks nice for like 5 seconds and I forget about it and then I'm off to generate another image. At that point in my art journey, I was debating whether or not I should continue using AI because maybe it's just better than drawing. I am so happy that my experience was kind of negative with AI. It's just like it had no substance, right? AI taught me that it's not worth it to take these shortcuts. So now when I make stuff, I take that into consideration. I'm doing a lot better now artistically, and I'm glad I did not give up and just switch over to AI. I can only speak to the emotional journey you might have when you're making your art with your own hands. When it comes to like the future of AI and what, I don't know, man. I draw for fun, okay? It's probably gonna stay around because it's gonna probably save and make a lot of money for big companies. And if you want to fight that, just use Nightshade like Lavender Town did. Nightshade just poisons your image, so when it gets eaten by AI, the AI gets a tummy ache and just it does a bad job next time. It's a terrible explanation, but that's how I think it works. I'm just oversimplifying the process. Lavender Town, it does a lot better of a job explaining it and applying it, so you can go watch her video. She's basically Johnny Silverhands, but for artists online. I think it's kind of funny how the person with the witch comic is the one making like a poison to poison something. That's kind of funny. Girl boss FRFR. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you yourself are an artist or a person who uses AI image generators. And to you, Jenner, you've probably heard the same 5 things over and over again about how it's soulless and it's like not real art, and you're a thief and all this stuff. In the most polite and nicest way possible, I do agree with that. However, I do understand where you're coming from. Not everyone is interested in the process of making art or even being an artist. They just want an image to be put in their game or in their video or in something so they can use it. They don't want to go through all this hassle of talking to 50 billion people to just get this image that they want. I understand it. I do not agree with it, but I understand it. If you're an artist watching this video, how you doing? Probably a terrible idea to keep redrawing AI-generated images, unless you nightshade them, but I mean, who would do that? At the end of the day, I love Evil, and I love Neuro, and I love Videl. I love AI. It's very cool. I think it'd be awesome to have an AI boss in a Dark Souls-like game just fighting me, man. That sounds so cool. There's possibilities for AI to be used in medical stuff. That's great. It could save people's lives. Great thing. And if AI images weren't trained on copyrighted material, I think it would just be another art form that would be subjective and that some people would like because there's always someone who's into something. But as it stands, I'm depicting myself as the base Chad here, and you're the cringe soy jack. Also, brain rot? Who's cooking with that stuff? Because I love that. Bombardino crocodilo. If you're not on John Park's side, man, we cannot be friends, okay? Tim's cheese is a rat!
Oh, is it gone? No, it was so funny. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. In retaliation to people saying that Mirko was whitewashed in this photo, certain individuals within the MHA community decided to fight ignorance with further fucking ignorance.
No way, bro. It's so funny. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Oh my gosh. Man, I'm so happy to be alive when we have Reels and Twitter. I love this place. Consider subscribing and liking the video, even sharing if that is a possibility. There are a ton of new people here. We went from 80 subscribers to like 1,400. That is insane. My next video is going to take probably the rest of this month to make, so I will do a Q&A in between that just to say hi to all these new people and everybody there because, you know, I'm kind of new here. You can find the Q&A post on my channel. I will be responding in a video, so hopefully it will be awesome and great. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.